So it's David Meerman Scott here, and I'm with Brian Natwick. How are you, Brian?
I'm doing well,
and the general manager of the Pentagon channel.
That's
wow, this is really, really cool.
Yeah.
So I've been talking to a lot of different people about how the various branches of the military Department of Defense are getting the word out to people about what's happening, sort of almost humanizing the organization. How do you fit into that?
Well, about 5.5 years ago, we took an organization that at the time was the AFN News Center, just putting out simple
Armed Forces Network.
Armed Forces Network News Center, and they were getting out news based on 1- and 2-minute news pieces that then would be broadcast out over the AFN network. 5.5 years ago, we changed that with the Pentagon channel. We launched the channel 24/7, actual honest-to-God television channel, focusing on expanding that mission. Which
My dad is a big fan, by the way.
You, I'm a very large fan as well. The programming really started out as news-based, so 2 half-hour news programs, 1-minute updates top and bottom of every hour. And then as we started to grow, we were doing things like half-hour documentaries called Recon that have been a huge success for us. We've won a couple Emmys off of that. We were doing FNG for a new guy, and we're doing Command Performance, where we're getting the word out, and letting people then vocal, and with Command Performance, letting artists, music artists, talent, thank the troops, give a message, tell what it means to them, tell stories about their USO tour, things of that nature. So it's really, to your point, we've gone from very news to coming back into very much a personalized, this is your DoD type of situation.
I would imagine it's really cool for the family members. I mean, there's millions of family members, particularly if you're deployed overseas.
Yeah, and I've gone overseas several times and had a helicopter maintenance guy stop me on the tarmac in Germany and say, and tell me that literally he tells his parents that the Pentagon channel is the only news source they should be listening to.
Wow, that's cool.
So it's fantastic, yeah.
And how does the web fit in? Because clearly all this content's also available on the web.
So day one we realized that we weren't going to get the distribution out of the gate, the traditional cable distribution out of the gate. We've had much more success with that as of late, but we knew we weren't going to hit that out of the gate. So we launched on video on demand site with Feed Room up in New York. They have been fantastic. We put everything we produce for broadcast, we then turn around and put on Feed Room. Recently, the rules of social media have gotten a little confused, therefore lax, therefore you take advantage of it. We got out with the social media push, and really the focus of the Pentagon channel and the social media aspect of it all is really to kind of not regurgitate the news, but really expand and really give a total 360-degree view from just a simple tweet of awareness to Facebook to in-depth blog about whether it's about a subject matter or an event that we covered, a first-person account of it. So we're really taking social media to that level.
So you've got who are there a lot of people on Twitter, or is there one specific Twitter feed for the channel?
There's one specific Twitter feed for the channel. So the channel, when we came out of the gate with social media, we sat down, we came up with a plan, put a paper together, and really the concept behind it was to give that coverage, but do it with one tone and one personality, and to be true to the channel. And it's the brand that people trust. It's our name. So we go out with one voice.
And how do you think? What do you think's happening in the future? What next couple of years? I mean, how much is social media do you think is going to expand? Are you going to end up having all kinds of dialogue going on, user-generated content on your site, things like that? User-generated content for us has always been a sticky point because you don't know what you're going to get, and you just have to approve. And so in DoD, it's complicated. And you're part of the DoD. I mean, this is the military.
So sometimes, we will do a lot with our comments. If people pose a question to us on Facebook or whatever, we put them in touch with the right people, or push them to a page that then gets them to the right people. But we take great responsibility in making sure that we're very true to that. What's next for us? It's the great thing about the channel has always been its flexibility. And,
on 24 hours a day is a long time.
And it's nice to have such a talented staff that if when podcasting came around, we were out of the gate right away with podcasting. Video podcasting, same thing. Social media, because the legal stuff was a little bit longer. But when we decided to do it, it was done in a week. So we have the ability to really turn on a dime with some really great and creative people. And it's been a blessing. So what are we going to do next?
We'll see.
We'll see.
Hey, thanks a lot. I really appreciate you spending time talking to me.